The Pushcart War is a children's novel penned by American author Jean Merrill in 1964. Illustrated by her companion of 50 years, Ronnie Solbert, the story unfolds in New York City and adopts a narrative structure that looks back on historical events from the future. It recounts a street conflict between pushcart operators and truckers, employing pea-shooters as weapons to disable the trucks. Merrill's inspiration for the tale originated from her experiences living in Greenwich Village, where she discerned parallels between rampant truck traffic and oppressive bullying. The novel garnered recognition, winning the 1964 Lewis Carroll Shelf Award and being named one of the 1965 Horn Book Fanfare Best Books. Merrill's work on the book earned her a Fulbright Scholarship in 1965. Critics have lauded it, with the New York Times Book Review deeming it an utterly captivating book, and Paris Review emphasizing the continuing urgency of its message. The themes encompass class conflict, economic suppression, community resilience, and grassroots uprising. Narrated in a detached third-person perspective, the story commences in the heart of New York City on March 15, 1976, or alternatively, in subsequent editions, 1986, 1998, 2016, or 2036, to ensure its futuristic setting. The narrative unfolds as driver Albert P. Mack attempts to park a massive delivery truck on the street, inadvertently running over a flower-selling pushcart vendor known as Morris the Florist. The collision, dubbed the Daffodil Massacre, propels a war between pushcart vendors and the city's three major trucking companies, collectively known as the Three. Frustration with the overwhelming traffic spurs accusations between the two groups, each blaming the other for the congested streets. The Three refers to the trio of influential trucking magnates in the city: Big Mo Mammoth from Mammoth Moving, Walter Sweet of Tiger Trucking, and Louis Livergreen representing Lima, Lower East Side Moving Association. These three individuals clandestinely convene to concoct a scheme that would secure their domination over the city's streets, aiming to eliminate all competing forms of transportation, regardless of the methods required. The initial target of their scheme is the group of less privileged pushcart operators. These operators, being smaller and more vulnerable, are deemed easier to force off the streets compared to other vehicles. A historical theory known as the large object theory, presented by Professor Cumberly, drives the truck drivers to strive for expansion, intending to grow so large that they can defy the need to yield to anyone else. In response, a fed-up faction of pushcart vendors, led by the assertive pushcart king and repair shop owner Maxie Hammerman, rallies to resist. This group includes individuals like Frank the Flower, General Anna, Harry the Hot Dog, Mr. Jerusalem, Eddie Maroney, Papa Parrots, and Carlos, each of whom sells various goods on the streets. Together, they devise a strategy known as the peashooter campaign, which involves using pea shooters loaded with small pins capable of deflating truck tires. Notably, Harry the Hot Dog proves adept at hitting his mark with pea shooters. Their targets comprise some of the largest trucks: the Mighty Mammoth, the 10-ton Tiger, and the Leaping Lima. Over the course of the Pushcart War, the vendors managed to puncture a staggering 18,991 truck tires. Frank the Flower faces arrest and falsely claims responsibility for all the tire damage. Subsequently, the pea-shooter campaign comes to a halt. However, Frank's unjust incarceration galvanizes local children to join the cause and continue sabotaging truck tires. A man named Joey Caffleys, who initially participated as a driver for Tiger Trucking, aligns himself with the resistance. When Joey openly expresses his discontent with the rampant traffic and his support for the pushcarts, he promptly loses his job. Aiding the pushcart resistance are several key figures, including the renowned movie star Wanda Gambling, the aspiring politician and mayoral candidate Archie Lowe, and a renegade police commissioner silently challenging the established system. As the resistance movement gains momentum and the influence of the truckers wanes, Mo and Louie make an unsuccessful attempt to abduct Maxie Hammerman. Despite their efforts, their plan falls apart. The truck companies intensify their control by assuming authority over the newspapers. Corrupt NYC Mayor Emmett P. Cutt aligns himself with the truckers, employing all means at his disposal to maintain their supremacy. Mayor Cutt orchestrates a trial to incriminate Hammerman on charges of orchestrating the pushcart rebellion, but the case is dismissed due to inadequate evidence. In response, the pushcart vendors orchestrate a peace march, which is violently disrupted by the truckers. This incident galvanizes both the media and the local population to support the vendors. Subsequently, a new city law is enacted mandating a 50% reduction in the number of trucks on the streets. Additionally, trucks must conform to the size of the smallest vehicles present. With the ratification of the truce, any large vehicle exploiting a smaller one is deemed illegal under all circumstances. When Albert P. Mack violates the truce a staggering 19 times as an act of vengeance, he is apprehended by law enforcement and sentenced to life in prison. The novel concludes with the city commemorating the civil conflict by erecting a statue in honor of General Anna. In 1980, the Pushcart War received a stage adaptation by the Young ACT Company in Seattle under the direction of Gregory Falls. In 2006, Edric Helene directed a musical adaptation of the novel in Holt, Michigan. In addition to the Pushcart War, Merrill has penned several other novels, including The Woover, Boxes, Shan's Lucky Knife, A Burmese Folk Tale, The Superlative Horse, A Tale of Ancient China, The Travels of Marco, The Black Sheep, The Toothpaste Millionaire, Serafina, An Edwardian Love Story, and many more. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.